Hey guys, back with another Echoing Thoughts podcast here, episode number 83. In this episode, we're going to talk about another class showcase, a mage this time. Thank you for all those people that voted in Discord. Always make it challenging for me to find these content for these classes, but excited to share this one. One of the most underrated, I think, underpopulated. That's not the right word. Least populated classes, least played classes in the game. And so excited to showcase that one as well. But then I'm also going to do some solo Damien content hard mode on my bishop. Finally got the clear. It was actually pretty challenging. Whenever I am looking for a challenge or something that's like, new and, my paladin is probably a little too strong for, my demon slayer might be a little too strong for, can always count on my bishop or the bishop that I play. 22 mil cap, hard Damien mode. Solo content is extremely challenging on the bishop, especially when you have to sacrifice a little bit of your DPS to heal and support. And in this situation, I didn't even have enough HP to survive dashes or anything. So using fair trade, using the dash, trying to avoid the dashes was tough, but somehow got it done. A long fight. I love solo content altogether though. Kind of, again, I talked about it in my Win Archer when I was doing solo Lotus for the first time. It takes some trial and error. You can't just show up. It's not like party content. It's much different for most classes. There are some skills in their toolkit that you probably never use in party settings, but you're going to use in solo content. So hopefully break that down and showcase a little bit how I do it. But I wanted to start off this podcast again with Will. Congrats to all those teams that cleared. I mean, this past week, Geminis and his team cleared. Shout out to them. I saw them streaming and grinding it out and talking to him a bit about how excited they were to get through phase 3, get through phase 1, phase 2, get through phase 3 and actually get it done. That's all it's all about. And then Rubido, his team, Pandemonium, got the clear as well. Hopefully he posts his content, shares his point of view in his next clear, but I'll be stay tuned for that. Congrats to them. They're big time whales over there, big time players over there. And then Sephi, round 2 on his Wild Hunter. Just a maniac. He's working on his mechanic right now. And so congrats to them and just all the rest of the classes too as well. Shout out to NA, Enosis, the Love team. They were on par to clear with us as well in our Scania team. So glad they got it done, and they got a lot of experienced nodes over there. Just shout out to everybody that's cleared and got it done. We couldn't have done it without other people's helps, and so just happy to see that they're kind of getting their clears as well, working on second teams and things like that, just getting as many people as possible acclimated to the boss. And on top of that note, it made me think about how the will meta for the end game and end game, how it's changed, but also hasn't. So one of the things that recently has happened, and I was thinking about my class tiers ranking, is how support classes got nerfed, right? Bishops, Shades, Sias, Phantoms even. The only support class that really, staple support class that really didn't get affected was Paladins all too much in the support category. But when seeing these will teams clear, these support classes are just must-haves. And I would say the top 2 must-haves are Bishops and Shades. Like every team has to have a good Bishop, a strong Bishop that can heal and do DPS, and as well as a Shade. And these are the 2 classes that actually probably need the least amount of cap to make a team. I think it was Enosis. Their lowest, their Shade was a lower cap as well, lower than their Bishop. And usually those are the 2 bottom for most teams. And they're must-haves. It's just crazy to see how vital and important Shade split is, especially for those burst windows in that first minute and just over a long fight. The more Shade splits that you can get out, whether you're in phase 1 or phase 2, every time you're in changing phases, it adds up. I've talked about it before, how impactful Shade Split can be to burst. No surprise here, right? So I would say those are the 2 most important support classes, and Shade's DPS isn't half bad, to be honest. Sneaky good, but yeah, just those two skills are must haves. And then Phantoms. Phantoms are in an interesting spot, right? I had them number one in my class tier ranking. I still believe so, but it seems like I've never seen a team that had a Phantom as their aggro, holding aggro. Maybe it's the way the boss is set up. Maybe it's because, burst windows in the first phases 1 and 2 are more favored towards classes with a lot of high peak bursts, like Paladins, Wild Hunters, Shadowers, Dual Blades even, have a little bit better burst than Phantoms. But it's just interesting that most classes before, like the previous bosses, they'd had multiple Phantoms, right? Teams with multiple Phantoms it was so much easier to clear, and there's just so much room for error because they did insane DPS and insane support. But in Will, it just seems like right now, one Phantom is enough, right? And to be honest, we don't even use our Phantom. Like if we had a Buccaneer, a high level Buccaneer for Time Leap, they could probably replace the Phantom because our team barely used the Paladin res. Maybe Monkey Magic is needed. There are some buffs that you can take other classes that, Monkey Magic, like Cannoneers and things like that have Monkey Magic. Bishops have Fountain. We didn't really use the Phantom Shell as much or the Fountain as much. And our Phantom just kind of went full DPS with Time Leap. So if you don't need the Time Leap from a Phantom, they're kind of less necessary for their support. Now, if the DPS is still insane, their DPS is still insane. And their survivability is obviously very good as well. But it's just interesting to see other teams how Phantoms are not, they're good, they're great, but not like must have like a Shade and a Bishop, in my opinion, and what I've seen on other teams. And then Paladins as well. Just Synchro is just such a strong skill for support and their burst is very good as well. You kind of need a Paladin burst in that first minute, and then Synchro and Echo for your aggros. It's just such a game-changing skill. I would say it's not necessary. Like if you had other Phantoms that had Paladin res, and you had a weaker Paladin, I could see a scenario where Paladins may not be necessary. But I mean, if you have like a very strong aggro class that doesn't really need Synchro that much. But yeah, it feels like Paladins are still sort of must have, and every team that's cleared has a Paladin, a very strong one at that. And then kind of on the support side, like Sia, right? I've talked about our last clear. We're probably the only team that has a Sia, and it just makes her life so much easier, right? Our DPS isn't on par with other teams' lineups, and we're clearing faster than they are because we're not dying. Just simple as that. Sia just has so many options in phase 2 and phase 3. You can even use Hourglass for the test to kind of give you room for error. I would say, like, obviously Sia is not necessary because no teams are clearing without it. But I mean, when you have one, you just you're blessed. You're just blessed when you have a good one that has high cap, high DPS, and kind of knows what's going on. So extremely blessed, and it makes it a lot easier for us, and I'm sure a lot of teams out there. And then the last thing that I want to talk about was aggro. The top DPSs on these teams. A lot of the normal heavy hitters, like I've seen, like the first clear obviously was a hero at the top holding aggro, short iframes, tanky. Heroes just have impenetrable skin. They have their World Reaver on top of Synchro. Just a lot of options there. And warriors have such high HP, it's just absurd. So like I've seen heroes, DKs, paladins top the charts and as aggro. No surprise there. Just explorer warriors are just very, very good. Demon Slayer, Rubido, I'm pretty sure he was topping the charts being aggro for most of it. Shadowers, Dual Blades, no surprise. Thieves, very good. Nightwalkers as well were up there. Nightwalkers just, their self-healing and survivability, tankiness is just nothing to worry about. They're just absolute. They're not going to die as long as they're attacking and tunneling. Like our Nightwalker, our non-aggro Nightwalker never died. So insane. Dual Blades, Shadowers, they have HP. I know Dual Blades have HP scaling with their mirror clone or whatever it's called. So they can use that as well as all the iframes they have on top of Synchro. Shadow Wars are just monsters DPS wise. Arguably one of the best DPS classes, arguably the best DPS class in the game. Shadow Wars are insane. So no surprise there. Lumi as well. I saw Geminis, or not Geminis, Sephi. His Wild Hunter he had to tone it back on his Wild Hunter because Lumi was just a better aggro survivability. But Lumis are obviously very tanky as well. And the surprising one on Geminis' team, Bowmaster. Held aggro, top DPS. Pretty fascinating. Like that a Bowmaster can hold aggro at that level. Again, I think that Bowmaster is obviously the highest cap. But if you can hold aggro, I'm not sure if they use their healing arrow, but I'm sure they did. And if they can hold aggro while they're using that healing arrow, yeah, they're like Nightwalkers. They're just not going to die. They're just going to heal through everything. So, and I think their Mirage is like mini iframes as well. But yeah, Bowmasters are sneaky good aggros, and showed up. And I cleared Will with the Bowmaster as an aggro. So that was fascinating to see just what classes were at the top and what classes are still must-haves, must-needs. And, no matter what, and this is obviously at the end game where first time clear bosses, but this is sort of just a reminder for myself and others as well that being a support class is always going to have its advantages, and no matter what, they're going to have places on teams as long as you know what you're doing and know how to play the class and have pretty good to decent cap. And it just made me think of these polls that I was doing for a little bit in Discord, where I was like trying to see like if you had a 10th man on a team and if you would take a DPS, like at what point would you take a second bishop or a second phantom or like a shade, even like how much less cap and how much less attack and HP would you take a lower tier shade if you didn't have a shade on your team over a DPS class, say like a battle mage or a Kaiser or any class that has is the cap 10 mil? Is it 15 mil? Like, it was just interesting discussions, and this kind of was another example of how some classes, even if with 35, 40, 45 mil cap are just must-haves over if it was over, you'd probably take them over a 50, 55 mil cap, any other DPS class, just because of that one support skill. Pretty interesting. All right, I'm back showcasing the Bishop. 22 mil cap, 42k physical attack, pretty high level. And this is all buffed stats. This is at the end of the fight. I showcase it, but I just wanted to share with you guys at the beginning. So kind of give you guys a ballpark of what kind of gear I had to solo hard Damien. And yeah, this is again with full buffs, no BR, 141k HP. And that is kind of was a challenging part for me because of the dashes that I've talked about before. But here I actually failed a few times, but yeah. So make sure I put my pet on. I don't know what's going on here. So you'll see right away that I probably should put my PE on, that I'm using blink and stun. So right here I had to stun using the Urda stun, so I had to craft it. So there's a few skills that I had to craft for the Bishop to get my burst out right here. I just wanted to make sure I got it off to a good start, and I knew it was going to be a long fight, and the stuns, they help. They're kind of an extra sort of iframe if I'm in a bad situation, that bad positioning. I could just use it and sort of reset everything, right? So I use it at different instances here, but it is a long cooldown, so it's not like I can just use it recklessly. But one of the things that on the Bishop that I had to really focus on was maximizing my burst. You'll see my battle analysis at the end. My V4 is not maxed. It's public level in the teens. So yeah, I'm going to die right here because I realize I don't have my power elixirs on. But yeah, when do I switch to power elixirs? There it is. So phase one, kind of sweaty. But the thing about solo content as well is there's only three lives, 4 lives, 3 lives. So every life is crucial. And it kind of just, in my previous runs, I just had a hard time like sustaining, not falling apart once I died once. And so right here, the main thing for solo Damien that's unique to hard Damien is that there's only one orb here, and there's only one orb the entire fight. So the goal is, and I saw this from KMSM, so it's not like I figured this out on my own, is to make sure that you kind of just pin it in the right corner, right? So you have to position the boss back and forth. So dives are going left, and I actually try to get to the middle here. So I actually make a mistake there, but I have to use Ethereal here for this first dash, and then I try to get it going side to side, right? So that this orb right here is not a factor, which is crucial, right? So I got it from corner to corner, dive to corner, dash back all the way back right, and then I use my burst here. So I was able to burst there, full value, and then here, benediction for those things, and then the second, so right here, I know dive is coming up. So super crucial that I know the rotation. If not, I'm kind of just mindlessly out there, just not knowing what's going on, taking unnecessary damage. And with my HP, I die in an instant, right? So you have to know the rotation, and that's where kind of how I knew to blink up there and get him to dash over. Because it's really hard to, I think it's impossible to or it's really challenging to kind of teleport behind it at the last second. Like in hard Magnus, how you can kind of the animation for the swinging and dashing is a little bit longer. For Damien, it's a little awkward. So I didn't want to take the risk, so I just blinked up there, waited for him to get back to the left. The orb is out of the way. And right here. And then now, what I'm trying to decide is around 4 stacks is when I have to use the altar. So first thing I have to do is take off Fair Trade, and then I'm switching over to my healing to heal, and then get that done. So I try, I get in bad spots where I wait too long, and I think I do die here to branding. And that's something that you just don't want to do. And then here, popcorn. So I decided not to fly up here because I know that dash is coming next. So I got to save my blink for this dash, because I don't have an ethereal form or anything to counter it. So I'm waiting, and this is kind of where it's unfortunate, but you just got to do it. You just got to play the game. And then again, here is tornado. So again, I don't have an iframe to dodge these things, and I don't have blink up because I need blink for this next dive coming up. So I just have to outrange it. So there's quite a bit of downtime, but it's positioning, right? You kind of got to play your windows of when to burst, when to do DPS, and kind of when just to reset. And so right here, teleport came in. I know dash is coming. So I ethereal there. Probably should have outranged it, but because now my stacks are up to 5 stacks. But now I'm at 6 stacks here. Now I need to get the next altar. So I'm already preemptively kind of mentally preparing myself to get into avoid that dash, right? That was crucial. And I got to survive this. So I know there's no dash coming up here. So I'm pretty much in a good spot, safe spot. Dive is going to come. Make sure I heal up. Get this dash going back left. And then get back into DPS mode. So it's a grind for this bishop specifically. But I think if you're trying to solo hard Damien and you don't have a team, this is kind of what you're going to have to do gear-wise. It's going to be a long grind. It's going to be a fight. You got to pick your windows on when you want to DPS and when you just have to survive, when you just have to, reposition the boss. And you got to know the skill rotation, right? You just got to know the skill rotation, or else you're going to be you're not going to make it. So right here, that's why I blink up here. Teleport's coming next, right? So I waited for the teleport, and then I ran. Got the altar. Once you kind of figure out the pattern, it's much easier after the first run. But for me, this is my first clear. And right here, I can stay on the ground because I know that dive has a range. And so I didn't even waste my blink there, right? And then it's sort of rinse and repeat in a sense. So there's teleport here. I think I'm just going to ethereal form this. Yeah, just to play it safe. And then get my burst up here. My V4. Rinse and repeat. You see, it's kind of the same Strategy, get Benediction up here. And then I stunned it here. So instead of blinking up, I stunned it, try to get some DPS out. So I'm not sure if that was the best time to stun, but it allowed me a little bit more time to DPS. I'm going to miss this altar here, so that's unfortunate. So I need to get the next one. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting this one. Yeah. So slashes, and then popcorn. This is kind of a, I know popcorn's coming up. I'm already going into, yeah, I need to get this one. I don't think, do I get this one? Yeah, so it's really close, using my heals in support mode, and then I have to blink up to avoid that dash. So that was like a small window of getting it done, and now I'm just trying to heal up. Popcorn's coming, and I got really lucky here. Look how close this is to hitting me in the corner. Yeah, so really lucky there. So that was a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck as well, but kind of what it takes for me to clear. Right, so now here I am again, avoiding the orb, teleport, and then just going to run. Or ethereal? No, run, yeah. So that's probably the best play right there, to outrange it, and then now I can just immediately pop my burst, and I didn't have to waste my iframe there. So I can use it for another time, which is super crucial for me at the end of these fights, and I don't take that branding stack. So I'd be at 4 stacks, but now I have an ethereal, which I used right there, kind of just to get more DPS out, right? So I use it, immediately after. And then this is World Tree. I don't know if there's really much you can do about it. I mean, you can save your stun for it, but I think I die here. Nope. Survived it. So, blink. So now I'm in a pretty good spot, and this is, I think I don't get this. I think I die. Yeah, I mean, slashes went on it. That was super unfortunate, but yeah. So right here, it gets sweaty, right? Just like any other boss at the end of the fight, it just gets sweaty. I'm dying to branding. The sword's coming out. I'm trying to wait for it to come down here. It looks like Damien still does his skills as well, but this sword just does not want to go down until I res. So I'm kind of waiting out my cooldowns, and then popcorn comes through as well. So kind of got to know when that's going to happen. Can't be spawning right on top of popcorn. And then now just reset, right? Kind of get that sword going down in the corner. Lucked out there. Some would say that's skill. Some would say that's luck. And then now I got to run, right? Outrun the dash here. And then pop my burst. There it is. And then run again. Run. Slashes, dash is going to come again. So this is how we just reposition the orb and reposition the boss to allow myself to do more DPS, right? The dashes, just so that the orb is kind of always chasing here. And I think I'm going to finish it off right here. Amazing. 1 life, or only 1 death. Pretty happy with that. Heaven's Door is kind of OP. But you can see right here, like, yeah, I mean, 38 bill. I think the main thing for me was, again, just positioning. If you're trying to clear, you have to know the rotation. You got to know when to do your damage, when to just survive, and then obviously clear the altars. And pretty happy with that, because I was failing. One time I made it all the way 10 minutes and I didn't get it done. So there's some tweaks that I made in there, like the Blood of the Divine, taking that off so I could get full value out of my heals was crucial for some instances on the altar. Stun. I had to craft stun to do a little bit better, and just kind of as another option in the tool in the toolkit. But happy with this, proud of it. Hopefully it helps you guys clear hard Damien as well. My other guides is going to help for knowing the rotation and things like that. But yeah, hard mode Damien, I would say it's not the most like bang for your buck. Oh, but yeah, here you'll see, right, like my DPS charts. Right, like 33% of my damage was that one V4 skill. So that was me talking about, I got to maximize this skill, right? 6 uses only. I got to use it. I got to make sure I use it every time, full value, and everything else is kind of secondary, right? And so once I kind of figured that out, find out what's best for you in your class, then GG, you guys got it. But yeah, that was fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every week, but yeah, if you can find a team, it's way better, way less stressful. The runs are gonna definitely be shorter than this. Even normal mode Damien, you're gonna get more coins than this. Yeah, yeah. This is like just for fun. The better bang for your buck is for sure multi. Find a team, someone to carry you. Like the room for error, the leech, like it's way easier, way better, less stressful. All right, we're back with a class showcase mages. This time we got a battle mage. The people have spoken, they voted battle mage and found some pretty decent content here. So we're going to start off with 3 different videos. I sped it up a little bit just so that we can get through these in decent time. But I'm going to start off with this battle mage culvert. Love to see it. 27 mil cap. So 27 mil cap. I mean, burst is not bad. That was actually a really good burst right there. Getting through that right here. Ethereal form on the stun. Looks like he is waiting to use he used his big burst that has 4 charges. Look, I mean, look at that thing. Sick. Just sick. Yeah. I remember looking at the V4 when that came out and I was like, dang. Yeah. That's going to be awesome. Awesome to see. 4 animations type. My type of skill. I think my biggest issue with the battle mage when I played it, and I know their range got a little bit longer, but it still feels like the range is just slightly a bit too short for me. Maybe it's the same as like a dual blade and a phantom, but it feels a little closer. But I love their teleports. Their teleports are super fast and reactive. They have their dash. That's pretty good too, I think, as well. And it looks pretty straightforward. I think it looks like it just waits for the 4 charges of that main skill on the bottom. Probably wants to pair that with DS4. I went from 2 to 4 charges there. So not really sure what's going on there, but it looks like he's waiting for, stunned. Waiting for DS4 there. Oh, he moved. Oh no, or she moved. Popped it all during DS4. Looks like she probably could have waited to time that better with defense match 4 to get better value. But, I mean, she got charges of that V4 up pretty fast. So I'm honestly pretty clueless on what's going on here, on when the optimal time is to use those 4 charges. Looks like they use it right there. But this is my first time kind of looking at this and all this gameplay, so we'll see if I can pick up on a little bit. 16.48 for 27 mil cap. That's actually pretty good, right? And then the next video, we got a Team Lotus. So team content as well. We'll go solo, team, and then we'll go back to solo at the end. 175 mil CP. So we'll see what the cap is here. Not really too sure. It doesn't look like they're using defense match 4 either, maybe. Could be wrong. But yeah, I'll post all of these players' streams in the description below. So if you guys want to check them out. Kind of digging the look here. Oh, nice. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're using defense match 4 as far as I can tell. So the cap is probably, maybe it is right there. Looks like no fair trade. So probably an inherent user or chaos user. Nice, dodge the lasers there. Run, teleport over. Nice. He's holding his own. Doing a great job surviving. Still has ethereal form available if you need it. I don't know if he's popping his 4 charges there. He's too focused on clearing. Surviving the lasers, I get it. Go, go, go. Nice. Oh, there he used it at the last second. Got it done. Nice job. 0 deaths for him. Yeah, looks like no fair trade. There must be defense match 4 there. Yeah, that teleport is nice. It's kind of quick. It's kind of quick and reactive. So he has no issue kind of getting behind the boss. Oh, dodge there. Yeah, he has no real issue kind of getting behind the boss and repositioning. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Use your charges, I think. Yeah, if someone could explain to me what is going on here as far as what the priority is. It looks like you probably want to use those 4 charges off a cooldown, but maybe there's like the overlap where you don't need to. Stun? No stun? Unfortunate. There's a stun. Love to see it. But yeah, pretty straightforward it seems. Use this shell right here. Kind of spam your I forget what that skill is called. Their main filler skill doesn't have a ton of lines though. But it attacks pretty fast. Oh, purple. Use ethereal maybe? This guy doesn't need it. Doesn't need ethereal. There, pops his cooldowns there. There you go. This team's doing a great job here altogether though. 7 lives left. Not bad, not bad. This is a grind of a fight too. Oh, where does it say that? Dang. That was unfortunate. Kind of got the wombo combo there. Buff freezer. Nice. Oh, wait for purple. Worked out. It's definitely utilizing teleport. Use it. It's one of the Battle Mage's best skills. I'd love to see. I'd love to just teleport around and dash around on the Battle Mage for sure. Let's see. So it shows DPS 235. Not bad, not bad. 6-minute fight ish. So what? 40 build DPM. Oh, Battle Mage at the top though. Sneaky, sneaky. Double Battle Mage here. Love to see it. And then the final video, KMSM. Hard solo, single mode. So yeah, this is KMSM. You can see by the CP how it's so low. The HP is about as expected. So dang, yeah. Keyboard damage skin with a sick background here. Dang. Like at 1.25 times speed, you can just feel how much faster they are. Like in KMSM, they got all their speed and jump bonuses. Like how much how insane that blink was. And I love that she's using the this player is using that frost staff, the throwback M label. Love to see it. But yeah, man, they are on the battle mage. I'm sure with this much speed, it must be so fun. Just zipping around, teleporting around. Look how fast it is. Blink back over. With the keyboard's damage skin, they gotta bring that back. Kind of fits the battle mage nicely. But yeah, look how like they're in and out. They're basically playing on 1.25 times speed while we're playing on 100% speed, you know? Like you can just tell the difference. Ah, ads on ads. Chick-fil-A, how'd they know? So similar to my bishop point of view here, I'm sure they're going to do the same here with the dash. Oh, just try to outrange it there. I wonder if he's going to dash it into the corner. Yeah, see? So same thing right here. Just kind of let it come to you. I'll let that orb, stop that orb from traveling, following, and burst. Crazy burst here. Dash, waiting for the dash here. So in KMSM, you notice they don't have fair trade, right? They don't have necros. So they can kind of take those altars pretty quickly. But yeah, dive. Stunned. Huh. That was interesting. Got hit and stunned at the same time. But yeah, dang, that skill with the background, sick. Will skill, kind of bad timing there. They got the will skill going right here, that eye in the middle. Dash, you're gonna get hit. No way, she's still gonna charge that? Wow. It's pretty insane. That's pretty insane there. But you're not gonna have blink here. So yeah, see, it faces the direction it's going there. So she kind of just stood behind it. Oh, she's gonna get dashed on here. So lucky. Got that cleanse again right before we got dashed on. Lucky, lucky. Gonna get dashed on here. So, yeah, these, I don't know. I wonder, like, battle mages just don't use their ethereal form. Probably don't need it. Clearly. Oh, sick. Let's back up. There's gonna be slashes into popcorn here. No way. Wow. That teleport was far too. What a different game they're playing. Same but different. Yeah, like just ethereal form that. Get run. Nice, nice. Where's she running? Whoa, what is that? That was just an up jump blink. Just battle mage things. That was pretty cool. Nice gameplay by them. I was gonna run for this dash. Yeah, you gotta get the altar next. Gotta get this altar. So, a lot of wiggle room there. I just like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna pop ethereal form once. Don't need to. Just tank everything. But it looks like the attack range is pretty far right there. You see that? There's attacking from pretty far. So maybe I was wrong about the attack. Like it's right. You can see it though. Like, is it attacking from that far? Not. That's actually pretty far actually. So I may be mistaken on how far that. I think it's called Phantom Blow, is what it's called. How long that range is. But yeah, look how fast they traveled on that blink. Yikes, that's insane. Oh, dashed on. Oh, just missed it. Nice. Well played. Well played. Here comes tornado. So I'm just gonna stand behind it here. Jeez, that's pretty cool. So kind of their own pseudo blink right there, just in case. That was pretty cool. And like this is very similar to my run, right? It's my bishop run. It is a grind here. This is a long fight for solo hard Damien. And they're playing well. She's playing well. Blink up. Control that orb. I'm just gonna slash it. Slash it right here. Road tree is gonna come soon. So pretty much on par, on pace with what my bishop's run was. Gotta get road tree here. On the dash. Oh. Oh. Ah, nice. How does she do that? How does she know just exactly when to? I mean, I don't know if that was like at that planned or just that's the range right there. If that was planned or that was just luck because of the tornado, but she was in the air while she let those orbs kind of do the damage and finish it off to miss that rotary. That was insane. That was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that worked out perfectly. Yeah. Oh, ethereal form, first time. Used it. Finish it off right here. Nice. Nice. That was well played. Well played. Yeah, that was a sick play. I kind of want to watch that back. Let's see. Oh, right here. Yeah. How does she know? Or how did he know? Look at that. Avoid popcorn in the air, doing like a little bit of damage from their passive skills. That was sick. Yeah, that was mastery. And the right there is kind of the range of Phantom Blow, or that main skill. Sick. Yeah, that was sick. That was Battle Mage Showcase. A lot of different things. Culvert, Lotus, Solo Hard Damien, kind of KMSM, a little bit of MSM. Fun class. Mobility is off the charts. They don't even use ethereal form. Don't need it. Mobility, the skills are S tier. Just look badass. Um, yeah, maybe a little bit lacking survivability, like compared to other classes. Mages just in general don't. But yeah, that was some good gameplay by all the players all around. I don't think anyone died. Maybe it was one death in the Lotus and no deaths here. So great, great showcase altogether. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join the Discord community. The Echo Clan community is growing, the best community in the game right now. And if you want to take your gameplay to the next level, improve your gameplay, do more damage, do more DPS, you definitely want to subscribe. The first 7 days are free and you're going to get full access to everything in the channel. So you definitely want to check that out. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time.